Let's go.
Maybe it's good that she wants his hand, but I'll jump away. I'll take the perimeter. Follow me. Get him over. Let's go. I'll find Cyril, I know. Do what you do, man.
Okay, but still we have to be sure that Cyril is okay and safe.
Look alive, girls. Got company.
What are you doing? Stay back. Stand guard outside.
Okay, I prefer that. Are you ready to fight your friend? Didn't you guess right now that it's your friend, you know, is missing? Still dreaming or?
What are you?
Or what?
Hello. I'm here to help you.
Italy? I knew it.
Did I save you from the playhouse to be a child?
I'm not scared.
You have nothing to hide here,
I know. It's just the path has been hard.
and the path forward will be harder still.
No. Hallucinations.
And yet, you stayed for decades. Power. That's what you live for. That's your place.
I'm desperate.
You are not your son. Do you want to live?
Oh, you never tell me what I will. I believe in your oneself.
Season one's destiny. The world will die in frost.
You're trying to make them do something.
How do I save them?
Remove those robes.
What if I told you that you could have power?
This isn't real. Well, imagine if it were.
Imagine that you are the emperor.
You're offering to all of them
The
power.
others' dreams were obvious. You thought you were special, but no.
I would rebuild our forces. Strengthen our numbers.
Even with numbers are enough. We need friends. Allies that know this land as if it were their own. You want salvation? Then you'll bring back the rock.
The first pure elf for years. A new hope for a brighter future. If I could help you, all you need to do is ask.
Don't.
You're not Italy, are you?
Ah, finally!
What must I do?
Don't.
To see your child live, you must live first amongst men.
Zenfia.
What?
You've felt it since Sodom, haven't you? But you'd rather be blind than see the truth.
Which is?
Remember this lesson, Piglet?
You don't have any power anymore? No.
Zelile. Zelile.
No, it's a nightmare,
Zelile. You blew it at Sodom. Fire is dangerous magic. Then all chaos, what will she live for now? Fucking politics, chess, denial, and tasty garnish.
Am I in denial by thinking that it's just a nightmare, it's not the truth? Ah, you're the real deal.
I want your desperation, Chris.
The fact that you called the three of them.
Beg me to take it from you, and I will.
Oh, it was awful. I'm sorry, You're fighting against what right there? I mean, I know what. But do you know? Yep, it's made of wood. You need to burn it. He's not himself anymore.
Oh.
You can't save him, right? You didn't know.
Something was wrong.
Yes, but not that much.
I thought I could fight it. I thought you could help me.
But you didn't ask for it now.
I should have known better than to bring my favourite horse to a butcher den.
Stay here. Take cover.
Fuck this! I'm not dying here. What's the quickest way out, Mel? The stairs to the north end of the hall are dark to the south. I don't know. Geralt may be dead already. The witches fight. We run.
Stay behind and hide. That's an episode for her to trust Geralt. She learned during the last episode that he's gonna defend her no matter what. Is she gonna trust him enough for that? And you know the fact that she didn't tell him everything, what we learned during this episode.
We need time.
Can you help? Yes? No, no, no. The figure, you know, of the dead, don't. It was a choice, you know, between saving a scout or saving your dad. You made the...
What you had to do.
It was a good decision. Yennefer?
You still active. So are you free?
One of you accepted.
Going again. Francesca claims the old gods wants an alliance between the elves and Nilfgaard. I agreed.
Then you're both fool. You know that evil witch is no god.
I know, but my faith brought me this far. I'll see how much life it can take me.
That's having like ambition.
If she really is that evil, why does she let you go?
Yennefer. You stayed, Ciri. You trust him. You're protective with her, she's obeying to you. Kind of a dad.
Okay. When I first came to Camorra, Vesemir said to me that the world outside these walls is a dangerous place. But times are changing. Even here, nowhere's safe now. You can't run from the world. You can find power and purpose, a chance to survive the horror.
She's so strong. Okay, right there she looks desperate, but she has such a strength inside of her.
This continent was meant for no one. All you have to do, Ciri, is keep your sword close to keep moving.
Are you gonna train her? That's what I wanted. That's the next step. So cool. The music right there at the end was beginning to be epic. I said it during the review of the last episode. We know that you can do better with the music. You're just at the beginning of the season, you're just at the beginning of what you can do with the music. But still, the pictures are so good. Some of them are so impressive, you know, when you think really about how they are putting the lights, but also, you know, the place of the characters and stuff like that. They are really good and they are really paying attention to that. I love that. So, again, a little story for that episode with Eskel, you know, transforming himself into that Leshy. I think that it's how we are pronouncing it. And with all of them discovering it, Geralt fighting with it, and after that being forced to kill him because he was threatening their dad, their adoptive dad. So yes, again, a little story like that. We are used to that. A new creature that we are fighting, that we are killing, like it was the case during the episode 1, like it was the case during the season 1 of The Witcher. It's cool. It was good right there, really cool to discover all of the other Witchers, how this fraternity, I don't know how to say it in another way, like it's between a fraternity, sort of a family, they are calling themselves brothers and they are acting like a family, like friends. It's something like that with a dad, a figure of a dad at least. It was cool to meet them, to see how they are with each other. I thought that maybe we could keep Eskel. I don't know why. I thought that it could be interesting to have a character like that following Geralt and Ciri. The two of them together are great, but I'm not sure that they can be all by themselves for all of the season. I think that at some point a secondary character following them could be interesting, you know, to add something else to this relationship and to this journey. Only the two of them at some point. I'm thinking about how the show is written, how the books are written and all. Like for the quality of the writing, maybe it can be boring at some point for the viewers to have only the two of them. I mean, you know, for the interactions between the characters, for what a secondary character could bring, you know, to that dynamic. Do you understand what I mean? We'll see. I thought that it could be Eskel, but it was not the case. You know, like I said, the first episode was there for Ciri to understand that Geralt is right there to protect her, no matter what. And that second episode was there for Ciri to trust him. You know, we began the episode with him saying to his dad that Ciri didn't tell him all of the truth, and we could understand by that that she doesn't trust him enough for that. And at the end of the episode, she has a choice between obeying to him, following his orders by staying behind, hiding, trusting him that much to do what he thinks which is good for her, and she's doing it. It's, you know, steps that she's taking, you know, with their relationship. The fact that he's defending her, she knows it. He's giving orders to her, she's obeying to him, she trusts him that much. And at the end of the episode, he's training her, like it's the next step of this relationship between them. And that's what I want also for him to train her, because she needs to learn how to defend herself, that girl. You can't be always there to defend her, and she can't always stay behind and hide. At some point it's not going to be enough. Right there you are fighting with one creature and someone who doesn't know who she is, what she represents. At some point you're going to fight against real enemies, so she's going to need to learn how to defend herself. She's going to have a good teacher for that. That was cool, that story. The story with Yennefer, I'm not sure of all of what it means, you know, that I understood everything. I'm totally honest with you with that. I could be like, I understood everything and just lying about it, but no, I prefer to be honest with you. Also, Yennefer's friend, they accepted the deal. Yennefer, I'm not sure that she accepted it, because all of these three, it was because of power. They were asking to have things, you know, for having power and all. Yennefer, it was to have really power back. And at the end, she doesn't have it back, so maybe she didn't accept. And still, that which, you know, was not a bad person because she released you, but she didn't give you back your power. So I'm not sure really of what it meant, that dream. And also what it means for the elf, like, they don't have a territory anymore. That king is not having the power anymore because the girl, you know, she's giving up to people, so they believe into her, so she is guiding them, really. A kingdom without a king and without a territory, is it really a kingdom? She's not their queen, she's more like a priest for them. They don't have a territory, and I'm not sure of what is animating them right now. Revenge, or just they're desperate, and because they're desperate they want to have faith into what she's saying. It was about being pregnant. I said it, I'm not sure that I understood that part of the story right. I get, you know, the end of it, what it means for Yennefer, what it means for the two girls. I get what it means at the end, but I'm not sure of how it ended, you know, that I understood really well how that situation ended. For me, Yennefer refused the deal and the two other ones, they accepted it. Am I right with that? I'm not even sure. Tell me in the comments if you understood that. You know, I'm totally honest with you and you can call me stupid. Maybe I'm stupid, maybe it was really easy and it's just me who is stupid. But I don't want to lie, I don't want to hide like I understand everything. I know that some persons are doing that, or they are just avoiding the subject so they don't have to explain themselves and the fact that they didn't understand things. Me, I have really no issues at all to tell when I don't understand something, because I want to understand it, so I need your help, and also because I'm human, you know, and with stories like that, which are based on such a developed universe with so many things, with so many places, like each time that they're mentioning one place, I'm like, where? Who are we talking about? I'm like that each time with such an universe, and also like in each episode we're discovering new stuff about that universe, new creatures, but also new things. Like, it's normal for me to be lost sometimes and I'm not ashamed of it, not at all. So yes, tell me that on the comments if you understood how that narrative arc with Yennefer and the two other girls ended. I mean, the end, I know it, I understood it, but how it ended, I'm not sure. I gave you my version of it, but I want the confirmation of it or not. Okay, so it's all for you for today, because me, I'm gonna watch 2 more episodes this afternoon, and then tomorrow on Sunday I'm gonna watch the 4 last ones. Remember that on Patreon we have 4 episodes of Advance, and you have also the extended all the full reaction part, if you can be interested by that, to not have to wait, you know, for the new episodes. And that's all. It's all for you for today, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Right.